was crazy, then you're
Amy,
probably not.
How many letters does Amy have in her name?
Oh no!
It depends on if you're talking about in the natural French language or if you're talking about English.
There's also 133 viewers in the chat.
Because it's either going to be Amy if you're talking about English, but if you do in the traditional French, then it's Le Amy.
Oh. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, guy who laughs like an Italian mobster in a kid's cartoon.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Anyway,
it's some languages late.
Hey, guess which character is that Half-Life?
It still has 3 letters.
Yeah. Alright, so MasterCJ. Ooh, we're pulling out all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Signia is actually relatively solid at the Amy matchup. Once you realize that you just sidestep a whole bunch, you make it significantly harder for Amy to get roses. Now, that being said, yeah, CJ only got 1 rose, but the fact that he got the round is a pretty big deal because it gives him plenty of more time to potentially get more roses, or to just constantly stuff Signia's movement with more horizontals. Ooh, I don't know so much about the 4B plus K. It was a little bit ornery.
Now, if that looked like a white rose to me, right?
Yeah.
And then that's apparently the wrong.
This is why I know that I'm the only Amy player. Because there are Amy players, and then there's like Amy players. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, but he's going for red roses. We're still good, right?
Yeah, he was probably using... Wow, Signia getting a little bit too rambunctious when it comes to getting off of the ground in those situations. The 668 plus B is not necessarily something you want to toy with. Now he's down 2 rounds and has to deal with Red Rose Amy. That is very much not easy to do.
With 2 meters.
The meter doesn't necessarily matter all that much when it comes to Amy, but Red Rose on its own is perfectly powerful enough.
Sure. I'm surprised he didn't get a ring out.
Oh, wow.
Of that. Yeah.
I'm surprised Signia didn't get a punish on that -12 situation, so maybe Signia doesn't know this matchup as well as I thought. Ooh, doesn't get the punish there either. We're dropping a lot of punishes here.
Suman.
Forgive me. Okay, so a little bit of guard damage trouble for CJ, but decides to just jam 4AA. It's a relatively solid idea.
Yeah, just hit him in the legs. Why not? Yep,
yeah,
see, it's working.
When Yoshi is dealing with a no-rose Amy, Yoshi is actually relatively solid at keeping Amy out. The second that you start dealing with a situation where Amy has red roses, a little bit more difficult because now Amy doesn't even really need to come in and it's just going to do stuff like this.
Yeah,
not getting the punish on that either. Wow, Signia
very unfortunate.
Punishes.
Very unfortunate for Signia there.
It is important to note that basically any character that has the ability to punish 4BB on block, it's very important that they do so, because without that, you're really going to have a hard time.
Yep.
Welcome to the stage.
You know, that Amy information, this is raw, undistilled, pure JJJ that you're getting here, everyone. I just want you to be appreciative of that.
Did you say it was distilled or undistilled?
Undistilled.
So it still has plenty of bacteria in it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Does the West Coast have any good Amy players?
I think we established there's only one Amy.
Alright, well, all jokes aside, so it's going to be the second game with MasterCJ at Signia. So it really seems like he's going to go with 4B plus K to try and potentially beat out Yoshimitsu Rushdown. He's getting some really solid 2-2-Bs here. He's significantly better at making those 2-2-Bs happen more than I am. But I appreciate the fact that we're getting a little bit more of like the aggressive side of Amy in this kind of situation. We're getting the avoiding the puddle. That's definitely an old Soul Calibur 4 kind of thing that you're going to be looking at. Grab. Okay. So this is not very good. Getting 1 rose and losing 1 round for it, it's a little bit lackluster.
So, yeah, I think I want to see more of that because he was getting a lot of progress out of the low-mid mix-ups in the last match, so...
Oh wow! I've never seen that happen. And Boom knows that that situation even better than I do. Not necessarily. You have to Yoshimitsu has to delay his pressure in order to get away from the mid parries that Amy is able to dish out there.
Which is why you should go white in the matchup. But I'm just speaking from don't mind me.
Out.
You know what? Maybe what you're supposed to do is just go no roses and just try to get ring outs with 4-4K. Because if there's one thing that we know about these two characters, is that the one that's really known for ring outs is Amy. Wow, doesn't get off the
Totally.
ground. Man, Signia not necessarily showing the Amy knowledge that I was expecting initially. Alright, well at least he blocks the back turn B plus K. Doesn't actually try to sidestep it or punish it.
Bounces.
Yoshimitsu! No! Okay, I can explain that.
All right. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so in order for that to actually work, Yoshimitsu has to be closer to the opponent. So he can retract. If he does it away, it doesn't retract.
Well-made game.
How do you end a back turn there?
So as a Yoshimitsu player, it just happens. You just have to just be wary of it. Like there is no actual explanation. It's just like,
All right.
why not?
Yep. Soul Calibur 6, everyone.
Yeah. So at some point, I hope that CJ is going to be spending this bar so that he doesn't have to deal with the 2 bars a meter lethal hit that he's going to potentially have to deal with.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, there we go. It's an okay amount of damage. No punish. This guy does not know this matchup as much as I thought he was. It's unfortunate that that CJ didn't think about. So in that situation, you either want to sidestep if you think that the vertical is coming, but if you think that the low kick is coming, then you end up blocking the low and then just going into mid parry to beat out the second follow up to that string.
Instead,
It looks like the mid parry never
whiffed
happened
his-
in the first place.
Whiffed his punish and got nothing and died
Yeah.
for it.
Okay, so I'm wondering if CJ is going to be able to pick up on some of the situations that Signia is allowing him to have. He doesn't necessarily have to give it to him.
I mean, so far, it does seem like, yeah, I could see this coming back for CJ. He's done pretty good work keeping, Signia on like, keeping him on offense because his defense isn't working, really.
Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult to deal with the situation on this stage. Kind of maybe going in contrast to what Boom was talking about before, but I mean it's Boom, so like there's plenty of things that Boom doesn't know about. He doesn't know about numbers. He doesn't know about.
Oh, here we go again.
Like,
Dude, yeah, he's right. I guess wrong.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
like I was
so-
saying, a big offense round from Signia there.
Yeah, lost the first round and no roses to speak of. That's kind of bad news. He ends up getting his first one here. Okay, so it looks like we are actually trying to respect 6 plus B now. Immediately going into soul attack. I like. Ooh, okay. 4B,
Okay, so-
4-4B. Not necessarily a move we see all that often. Ugh.
Ooh, okay. All right, Yoshi, we got you.
Trying to catch those side steps. Wow, fantastic pickup. Has to get away from this
Ooh,
wall,
that's-
dude. Okay.
Nice, Ari. Okay.
Come on.
Got
Yeah.
him.
So he's gonna get a white rose here. Oh, decides to go. No, that makes sense because he can't really get a second rose.
Dude, he's got 3 roses. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 on one side and 1 on the other side, and that makes for a top 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're still in there. Okay.
Oh, always. Wow, nice catch there with the mid parry A plus B.
Yeah, good roll from Signia to get out of that.
I'm really, this could really go either way right now. It's really tough to come up with an advantage because Amy just does not have the roses to necessarily get into a strong situation. But 2 red roses is arguably like effectively like 1.5 reads if he can get Signia to stop sidestepping or just catch him like that. Ah.
Yeah, more of that 4AA from the previous, from the first match, I think.
Yeah, but he needs the roses in order to get there.
Ah, of course.
Going into Soul Charge makes it a little bit easier in order to get red.
Okay.
Instead, it just seems like he's gonna probably he's gonna get it with
Poke him in
6
the
feet.
face.
He's gonna actually win with no rose Amy. Very interesting. No bar for CJ.
There
2
we go.
bars. Okay, so that's the third one.
Poke him in the feet. See, this is what I wanted to see from CJ there. Just feet pokes.
Yeah, 4A is a solid option. It's just the
There
problem
we
is
go.
that,
Now he's got it.
Yeah, you're gonna potentially deal with a relatively solid punish from Yoshimitsu in that light. But yeah, at this point, CJ can potentially just like back up for the majority of the time, trying to get away from the soul charge, which is definitely the way to go. Again, not getting that punish on 4BB. Gets a solid punish off of the move that he could have just sidestepped anyway. Maybe he gets more damage on that kind of stuff. It does know the punish on full crouch 3K. He sees that more than 4BB. That's very interesting to me. Come on, spend your bar, yeah.
Notice how as soon as Amy showed up in this match, Jay turned into full serious